old warhorse for the Kangaroos. Petrie arrives, crashes in. Rode by Richardson for North to Goldstein. And now to the classy Wells. Delaying, it's dangerous for Richardson, they're bearing down. Pendlebury got him, ball there to help. Pendlebury, Didak on the non-preferred. Had he not been obstructed, comes back to Wells. Right to Harvey, not a bad move this. Running forward for the Kangaroos is Richardson. Long ball giving Thomas the sit and plays it well with the non-preferred, too much hook.
Across and contest so well.
Right at the back, and the gate is open here. He's got men forward of him, but he's got a lot of space in which to work, and he's chosen a good option in the veteran Harvey, giving it off, and the goals are wide open for Richardson, and he manages to move. Collingwood dangerous again, although it's covered by McMahon. Goes to Richardson. Not sure whether to come or go. Gets around Wellingham, kicks off the outside of the boot. Not a good result. Ball.
Time to compete with this great side.
Shaw to within 30 of goal. Swan again. They saw him coming. Tarrant got hold of him.
They're in a bit of trouble. You like what they're trying to do, but Lee Adams in the last set play, you just got to know what you're playing on into.
Swallow giving it off to Richardson.
Yeah, I think it's a good point.
Been very keen to avoid against the big teams. Hard to avoid against Collingwood though. Chris Tarrant, clever hand. Shaw knocking it clear. Straight to Richardson. Harvey inside to Garlett. Not much time. And it's reflected. Got himself into trouble and out of it. Kicked badly. Grimer getting better as the game wears on. Richardson overshooting his target, Edwards. Letting inside. Petrie's knock. Luke Ball unloads the wobbling barrel. But Scott Thompson is in the way for North. Gives to Richardson. To Wells.
Organisation and setting up and getting in all the right places, that's the stuff that you don't see, and that's the stuff that leads to that stat that you were talking about. They are so well drilled.
Richardson pumps it forward for North. Magpie defence looks to have it covered. Heathshaw bouncing it in the Johns. Football just keeps getting better. What's left of it? And that's the story. Anthony, good kick. Richardson finds Hanson. Still not quite doing enough for the Kangaroos. Lachlan Hanson, number 3 draft pick in the 06 draft. Harry O'Brien to McCaffer. Now Pendlebury using the right foot, using it pretty well, but Cloak not quite able to get it on the dive. Grimer, Cruz Garlett. Become a good player for Collingwood. Late inclusion from memory in a final a couple of years ago. He blossomed last year. Cracker to Swan. Faded a little after blistering. To Reid, to Buckley. It's amazing how these players like Buckley come to Collingwood and become very good players and manage to get into such a high clause. Couldn't quite pick up the mark low down. Beams over it. Richardson brought down very hard.
They need to balance that out with the big man, small man, readdress their forward set up the Roos.
Margin back out to 81 after the Kangaroos got it back inside 60, I think, fleetingly in this quarter.
Yeah, I think you're right, Lloyd. I think that's the role I'd like to see Drew Petrie play. Real focal point. We know what a great competitor he is, coming back from long-term injuries, but you're right, front and centre for Thomas. Every now and then get one on the lead, but Petrie has, I'm sure we'll get to see that next round. Advantage of the call. Just looking back at Chris Dawes, he monsters opponents. He just absolutely manhandles defenders with ease.
And throw in Cloak and Lee Brown from time to time. It's